And now, without further ado, Jay Stevens from Locked On Buckeyes.
What's up, Jay?
There he is.
Man? What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good, Jay. We are concerned about this Buckeye team because G. Bush says that the quarterbacks are all a bunch of slappies and they're not any good. Is that true or not?
Well, I don't think anybody can make that statement just yet because we don't know. We don't know exactly what to expect with the quarterbacks. I would love to say and come on here and be like, yeah, they're going to be great. We all know they're going to throw for 400 yards a game, matter if it's McCord or Devin Brown. We really don't know. We don't have a great sample size on McCord. We have a smaller sample size, a smaller time of seeing him play in Devin Brown. So McCord's going to start tomorrow. But for me to come out here and say like, we don't know. We know what to expect. I don't think I can make that statement right now.
I will say this: the excitement level isn't there at quarterback because it's just the magnitude of what you had there. You could go all the way back and you start with Ryan Day. You can go back to Braxton Miller, and then you can keep you can keep going after Braxton Miller. You have just all kind of quarterbacks. You have C.J. Stroud. You got Dwayne Haskins before him. Say Justin Fields before him. All these quarterbacks, and then you get to the quarterback class right now, and you're like, okay, we got Brown and we got Kyle McCord, and we've been hearing Kyle McCord's name as the backup for like 5 years. He gets his opportunity. I was
true.
I didn't like too much what I saw in the spring game. And it dawned on me. I'm like, they might take a step back this year. I don't know.
It's a thought, and I think it's a healthy thought to think like they might take a step back because you're kind of saying, I don't want to put the expectations on this quarterback and make them super high, or the way that Stroud played, or the way that Justin Fields played. I think the one guy that is very key to look at here is Dwayne Haskins. Ryan Day wasn't the head coach, but Ryan Day was there the year prior. There was a quarterback battle. Ultimately, Joe Burrow's hand got hurt, which set him back in that quarterback battle. Dwayne Haskins wins the job in 2018. And we got to see the guy that only had 1 year at Ohio State, really early in Ryan Day's tenure, got to play some really good football, broke records and things like that as quarterback. So for McCord to be there for a while, that is true. I just don't know if I'm comfortable saying they're going to take a step back. I won't say you're going to get C.J. Stroud or Justin Fields like right away. I can't say that, but I have a belief in the guys. I just don't know how soon or how quickly these quarterbacks, either McCord or Brown, whichever one ultimately wins starting job, when they'll become their own and throw 4 touchdowns in back-to-back games. I don't know that yet, but it's tricky. This offseason, talking about the quarterback battle, honestly, it's been more exhausting than I thought it was going to be because I wasn't expecting to go this long into the offseason, especially during week 1, to discuss, hey, we know the week 1 starter, we don't know the week 2 starter. It's really an odd quarterback situation at Ohio State right now.
Jay, the only question that matters here is Ohio State going to beat Indiana by 30, 40, or 50 on Saturday?
30, 40, or 50. That is the only true question there. The Hoosiers are bad and the Buckeyes are good. So you're thinking covering the spread? Great. That's cool. I do think it'll be a blowout. I won't put a number on it just yet, Mike, but I do think it'll be a blowout, though. The Buckeyes defense, I think the biggest thing tomorrow is going to be the defense is going to take a step forward and show that the guys that are returning are making the right steps forward to be better football players overall. Also, when you add in the guy in Sonny Styles who's going to start, who has the skill set that he has, that's going to be a wrinkle that the Hoosiers, who have their own quarterback battle between two guys that really aren't experienced, that could be something that messes them up as well. So a 30 or 40 point, 30, 40, or 50 point win, that is the only true question. How big is the Buckeyes blowout tomorrow?
The major question this season is not only, what are they going to do game 1, because they'll blow them out game 1. We looking at the Michigan Wolverines. And Michigan up front, one of the best offensive lines.
Yeah.
They got a couple top-notch running backs coming back. The quarterback is coming back. Talent-wise, a couple of years ago, I would have said that Ohio State is light years ahead of Michigan because of their skill positions and receivers. This year, I can't say that. I'm going to ask you, has Michigan caught Ohio State in terms of talent in the Big Ten?
Ooh, I got friends listening to this, and they're going to be like, Jay, you're crazy. I think that they have caught up with Ohio State, though. I do think talent-wise, you're looking at a team in Michigan. Now, the quarterback one's interesting because I am not the biggest J.J. McCarthy fan. However, when he needed to make plays a year ago against Ohio State, he made the plays.
Yeah.
A year ago, when I was saying, hey, Ohio State's D-line is up to the task to play Michigan, they were not up to that task. The Buckeyes' offensive line struggled at times during that game as well. This is back-to-back years where the Buckeyes have had issues with the Wolverines in the trenches. And we all know, if you want to win a game, it all starts with the O-line and D-line. If they play well, if they play up to the standard that has been set at Ohio State or even better, there's going to be a good chance that they're going to win not just the game against Michigan, but every game that they play in that schedule. And so I do think the talent gap has gotten so close, and even maybe Michigan has gotten above it. So Buckeye fans are like, wait a minute. Are we really going to go into a game against Michigan where the playing field is even, it's level with the talent that is there? I think so. I also want to believe that Ryan Day, we're going to see the Ryan Day from Georgia in that game, not the Ryan Day that we saw during other games with the aggressiveness and play calling or the intensity that he had on the sideline in the Georgia game. We didn't see it throughout other games. I would hope to say we're going to see that Ryan Day that game or all year long. We just don't know. So the talent thing is there, but also we have a coach in Ryan Day who I want to believe in, but we really only seen that aggressiveness, that intensity in Ryan Day once in his tenure at Ohio State. So the talent thing is there. The talent gap is tighter. I do think Michigan has caught up with the talent that Ohio State has. I want to believe the Buckeyes will win the game in the fall. I know you didn't ask my prediction, but it's in my head right now. I can't make that prediction right now and say, yeah, Buckeyes beat the Wolverines November 25th. I got to see what this team's going to do against Penn State, against Notre Dame, on the road in Camp Randall before I make my final prediction about what's going to happen November 25th in Ann Arbor.
They only have 4 legit games and 3 are on the road.
Yeah.
So,
hey,
good.
Jay, Ohio State's turned out some unbelievable receivers over the last couple of years. Garrett Wilson, Olave, Jackson Smith, and Jiggle. It goes on and on. Marvin Harrison might be the best of all of them. What makes Marvin Harrison so special that even the other guys who have all blossomed in the NFL or Jackson Smith and Jigba, first-round pick, that even they say, this dude's even better than we were? Like, what separates him from the great to, like, the elites?
So with Harrison Jr., I think it would be easy to say it's his work ethic. But all receivers work hard. Most elite receivers work hard. So I can't just say the work ethic, but I think it's the attention that he puts to working on the minor, even the smallest details of a route. And then once he figures out that small detail, he works on another, and he works on another, and he works on another. So it's not just his work ethic that puts him out there and makes him better, but also he's able to work on those minor details. It does also help that his dad is a Pro Football Hall of Famer. His dad did great things in the National Football League and at Syracuse as well. And so you have your dad who's a Pro Football Hall of Famer. That's one thing. That's only a small piece of the pie. It's not the whole thing, not the whole picture. It's just a very small thing. We see guys whose dads are Hall of Famers, not saying any names, they're nowhere close to being anywhere near an elite player in high school, in college, or in the pros, because that's a very small classification to fit into. So Harrison Jr., I think it's his work ethic, which is elite, but he's able to work on this minor details. You add in his elite body control, and I was at the game a year ago against Indiana, and I'm sitting here like, how in the world did he make that catch? But he constantly works on his body control in practice, doing different drills by himself or with his teammates and his coaches, and it shows why on the field he might be the best Ohio State receiver Ryan Day has ever coached.
Great stuff, Jay. We appreciate it, man. Enjoy the season. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks,
Yes,
Jay.
sir. Enjoyed it, guys.
Thank you, Jay.
All right, Jay Stevens, Locked On Buckeyes.